All right. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. How is everybody tonight? Oh, it has been just a wonderful, wonderful day down here today. So I have to tell you right now, we're in balmy conditions down here in West Virginia. It is -4. Let me see what it's saying with the wind chill. With the wind chill, it feels like minus 24. So yeah, it's -4 right now. How wonderful is that? Uh, so I'm going to show you guys this. So when I show you this, this is not snow, okay? So I'm going to show you real quick here. See the windows there? That's not snow, that's ice. So it's like right there. It's just complete ice. Uh, the camper is not warming up, obviously, the way I would hope that it would. Yes, Festivus for the rest of us. Love Festivus. Feats of strength. So, oh my gosh. I think it's like 57 in the camper right now. I got long johns, JJ. Yeah, right now I have on. I have a long. Let's see. I got the long johns underneath, a t-shirt, and then a sweatshirt on. It's staying right about 57 degrees in the camper. It's not getting any warmer. But I have. This is the worst day. I mean, this is the worst day. And this isn't normal, obviously, temperatures for West Virginia. So, I mean, you know, what are you going to do? It's tomorrow's going to be in the teens. It's going to be cold tomorrow. And then Sunday's going to be in the 20s. And then it gets warmer again. And then by New Year's, we're looking at 60-degree temperatures. I mean, how bizarre is that? So, yeah, oh, but yeah, I have been doing a lot of sleeping today. I would get outside and it's just, I mean, literally you're out there and even with gloves on in less than 5 minutes, your fingers are like numb. So, but yeah, it's well, what are you gonna do? Hey, if it was gonna be like this for a week or 10 days, then I might have to rethink a few things. But hey, it's one day. One day, it's been minus all day long. So and then the winds today. Oh my God, the winds were insane today. The outside canopy thing that we had out here, that's destroyed. I walked outside and I saw that down. I'm like, well, that's okay. I'll worry about that later. Sharon said that I've got my kerosene heater on at 72. Well, I have a Mr. Buddy propane heater. If I needed to, I mean, I could bring that in here, fire that up, and it would make it warmer inside. But I'm not, like I said, I just bundle up. I'll climb back under the covers and I'll go back to sleep. But anyway, yeah, it's just I just talked to Becky and Heather up in New York, and the temperature started the day warmer up there, and then they've gotten progressively colder. I guess they lost their cable. Cable got knocked out, and but yeah, it's just that she said there's like the wind is really really bad. I guess in Buffalo, yeah, Buffalo had like 70-mile-an-hour gust of wind. I know in Ohio there was a 50-car pileup in Ohio where one person died. I know where I know that my nieces and my mom is in Batavia, New York, and they shut the whole city down. The whole city is shut down. Like Steve was supposed to go to work today. I told him, I said, you better figure it out, man, because I said, I am not leaving here today. I said, I'm not doing it. And he had called his boss, and I guess the doors had frozen open. You know, those electric doors that open and close. The doors had frozen open, so they were closing early anyway. Just bad. Just what do it's that's not obviously not normal temperatures. I got to tell you what, folks, this global warming stuff is really killing me. It's killing me. This global warming is terrible. But we're gonna deal with it. Joe says it's zero there. Well, it's warm compared to here, Joe. But um, I'm in Buffalo. Been horrible today, so I bake cookies. -5 with 30-mile-an-hour wind chill. Yeah, it's a good stay in the house and not go anywhere. I figure if you got to be smart. I mean, if it's this bad out and you know it's this bad out, why would you even take the chance? Your life is worth way more than any job or anything like that. It's just not worth it. So it's better to stay home, just ride it out, and do what you got to do. But so yeah, it's been an interesting day. It's been an interesting day. And then all the people, there's like what 6,000 flights that got canceled, and they're talking. It's people trying to travel to get home for Christmas, and well, you knew. See, here's the thing. This is what kills me. I mean, really, this is what kills me. You knew it's coming. You knew we were going to have this really bad weather. It's going to be, a short duration, and but you look warm. What are you heating with? Just propane right now, just propane. But like I said, it is literally inside the camper. It's 56 degrees, and I don't think it's getting any warmer. Let's see. Well, I'm sorry, 57. It's up to 57, but I have it set at like 65, 66, and it's not getting there. It's just that cold outside. But I had to work 12 hours security today. Wow. Hopefully it was inside security, Richard, not outside. Yeah, did you see they what Congress passed, or was it Senate that passed a $1.7 trillion spending bill? Unbelievable, unbelievable. Yeah, 57 is doable, and like I said, if I just get back under the covers and wrap up, and I'll go back to. I don't feel good anyway, so it's not like I can't not just go back to sleep. I can go back to sleep in a heartbeat. So no, I'm not moving to the blue house. All he has back there in the blue house is he has a or a propane heater. So, but yeah, he just he turns that on and does that. I'm running late on backup power here. Yeah, I can imagine 80K, man. There are a lot of power outages going on. A lot of people dealing with all of this right now, and I mean tomorrow. Let me see what they're saying forecast for tomorrow again. I'll tell you what. I mean, like I said, today was the worst day. It's actually going to warm up overnight. If you that's just, but like I said, it's -4 right now. Let's see. We have a wind chill warning. It remains in effect until 1 o'clock tomorrow. So much for global warming and that nonsense, Mountain Kiker. Yeah, I hear you, brother. Thank you very much for the donation, and you're right. You're right about that. So let's see. Tomorrow we're looking at a high of 15 for tomorrow, with an overnight low of 11. So tomorrow's not going to be like it'll be warmer than today, but yeah, it's not going to be nothing great. But yeah, we've had a wind chill advisory in effect all day long, and again, that yeah, well, we're looking at 65, Joe, for New Year's Day. Yep, the same thing. It's crazy. Yeah, it's a grand solar minimum, exactly. But they don't want to acknowledge that. I'm in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, 16, but feels like -4. Well, I would take that, Dina, because right now we're at -4, and it feels like -23 or -22. And with the wind blowing out there, I mean, actually, Hella's dog dish was just before the stream started. I'm like, oh crap, I got to go get her some more dog food. So I ran out to the battery room real quick and got some dog food for her and checked on the batteries and seen where they were at. I had to run them a little bit earlier today, but and I'll probably do that again. After the stream is over, I'll run out and turn that on for a little while. That was fun getting that started. Generator was like was like, nah, I don't know. It was definitely a few pulls to get that puppy going, but we got it going. And but yeah, it's just, hey, what are you gonna do? I mean, preparing accordingly. And just Merry Christmas. Said stay warm, watch the storm, freezing rain turn to snow at 3:45 a.m. here. Well, that's, yeah. Be careful, Sandra. Definitely be careful. So yeah, it's pretty cold, like I said, all over. I mean, even down into Texas, they're getting some really cold weather in Texas, and we know that Texas do not wrap up their pipes. So when it's below freezing down there, they're going to have broken water lines and all that good stuff. So yeah, it's one of the, like I said, we just we deal with it. I be honest with you, I wish I had a nice wood stove set up and that I was sitting around that wood stove right now and feeling that beautiful heat from a wood stove. That would be great. But, you know, hopefully this next year I'll get something built. And before the snow flies next year, hopefully I'm in it. So either that or I do an addition type of thing, putting awning over the top of this camper and make like a living room addition all along the front of this. That might be an idea too. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. A wood stove heat, I'm telling you, that is the absolute best heat that you can have. It's the absolute best. But like I said, I'm hoping. Yeah, not allowed. Randy Romance. Yeah, that would suck. Well, I have Mars Goal said I hope Santa brings out a wood stove. I have three of them here, three of them. You know. Yep, I'm on live, fam. Yep. Um, I have three wood stoves here, but and I actually have the wall kit that I could put the one wood stove down in the blue house where Steve is. But I had asked him. I said, before everything got where we started getting into the colder weather, I had said to him, "You want to get that hooked up?" He goes, "Really? I don't." He goes, "I don't really have the room in there right now until we get things, you know, a lot more stuff out of here." And I'm like, I get it. So, but yeah, it's just it's not like I said. It's what are you gonna do? So, I do think an EMP would knock out the solar system or generators or solar generators. Thanks. It would depend, honestly, uh, how close it was to where you were at. The farther away from an EMP pulse, uh, the grid itself would be affected. Absolutely, would be affected. Um, but the farther away you are from ground zero of a EMP, the better chances you're going to have for your if you have an independent system surviving. But if it's closer, it definitely would fry that system as well. So, but the red maple grove said I took the plastic off my greenhouse and draped it over my chicken coop, and they have a heat lamp too. Well, that's good. Yeah, I know. Like I said, the chickens up in New York, they, it's a well insulated greenhouse for them. Still cold, you know. When you get down to a certain temperature, it's cold no matter what. But Becky had put. She told me she took. I had another bag of wood shavings, the pine shavings up there. So Yeah, I'm gonna have to get out there when we hit this warm stretch, Pam. After this couple of days, I'm definitely putting plastic over these windows because that's I'm probably losing a lot of heat out the windows for sure. Southern California banning wood burning stoves, unbelievable. Mountain Kiker, thank you for that information. Doesn't surprise me. I think in what California does, New York is not that far behind. It's almost like they want to make sure people can't be able to be warm, and that's probably with like new construction. So like if you have a new house built, if you have a pre-existing, I think they got to be grandfathered in. I don't think they can make you close up your wood stoves. But like down in New York City, you know, all the new construction is all electric. And we know how reliable our electric grid is. Some of you right now are probably dealing with power outages where you're at. So it's that's not a surprise. It amazes me again. I mean, it just when you look at the reality of we're not all. So here's my take. Okay, I'll give you my take. Okay, mountain kayaker, it's all about control. I'm absolutely with you 100% because if I have a wood stove in my home and I can go out into the woods and I can cut down standing dead wood that which helps clean up the forest, which makes it less of a fire hazard, right? Which is a good thing. And then I have that wood and I can use that to supplement my heat or to be my primary heat source. Then I don't have that big bill from the propane or gas or electric bill because I'm trying to heat my home that way. They want this banned all over eventually, is what their goal is, because what happens then? Well, then they have complete and total power and control, and you have to get your source of heat from the powers that be, which is your power companies and those type of things, your electric companies and you know and that. So it's always comes down. Yeah, they want everyone to be dependent, right? So if you're dependent on the system, and if you try to cause problems, or think about it this way. So if you're completely dependent on the system and you cause problems, and they go like this, flip, and they flip the switch off, comply, or we're not turning your power back on. Well, if it's wintertime and you're freezing, you're going to comply because they control you. They control the narrative. They have complete and total control. So, but I'm keeping the wood stove going in the garage just in case the power goes out. I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. So, yeah, the smart meters. The smart meters are a great example of that. Like if you're in California and they're in a high peak usage time because it's so hot, and they will put your meter, lock it in at 70 something to 78 degrees or some crazy stuff like that, so you're sitting in your house sweating your butt off because you're not able to be comfortable in your home. So yeah, I have to pay $30 to not have a smart meter. That's crazy. Yeah, well, and so you're being punished. You're being punished. Yeah, I just all of that crap. I'm just like, no, no. It's a smart meter that it's not the thermostat's part of that Okie Forge. It's all part of that. But if you were, they will keep you down at a certain level. But it is common known that terrorists act first thing is power. Well, again, folks, how many? I mean, I don't know how many times I have to say this, over and over and over again. But the United States of America, our Achilles heel is our power grid. Period. There is no weaker link. If you want to hurt America, you. So here's let's talk reality, right? Because they have not been able to take away our guns yet. They can't do it so far, right? And I think they'll always have a very difficult time doing that. I truly believe that. But they're going to restrict, restrict, restrict. But nobody's going to invade the United States of America while we are all armed, because it's not going to happen. When you have millions of people that own firearms that would defend their country, uh, you know, it's not going to. People are not going to invade the United States. Okay, especially if we know the ground, we control the ground and stuff like that. We know the choke points. If you have a foreign invader coming in, it's that's they're not going to do well. But but if they can go after the power grid and kill the power grid, we will eat each other, and that's a fact as well. And that's ultimately what would be happening. That would ultimately be the goal, is they would just sit back and let us kill each other, because that's what we would do. Because again, when you look at the statistics, and 93% of the people in this country are not prepared for a 2 week disaster. A 2 week disaster, 93%. That's a lot of victims out there. And that's a lot of people that would be, hey, you know what? They got something that we don't, because that person sacrificed and said, I'm planning ahead, and they've got plenty of gas and propane and everything else. They would just, people, they wouldn't care. Yeah, minus Walking Dead minus the zombies. Exactly, exactly. And I have said it before, and I will say it again. The most desperate, or the most dangerous person in an SHTF event is going to be somebody who is desperate and scared, because they have nothing to lose. They have nothing to lose, so they don't care if they die. They're going to try to get what they want to get, and if they think that you have it, they're going to come for it, and that's a fact. So again, my philosophy has always been the same. I prepare for the worst and I hope for the best. And, when that time comes, we'll do what we have to do, period. You know, that's not being a tough guy. That's not, rah, rah, rah me. It's just, you better be ready. You better be ready to deal with what you need to deal with. So, but it's crazy. It is crazy. But I don't know. I just it's okay to be a tough guy. And, well, like I said, we're gonna have to do what we have to do. Talk is cheap. Actions speak louder than words. I can tell you what I'm gonna do, and that doesn't really mean anything. When it comes down to a situation, you have to make a tough decision. You better be willing and ready to make it. Like I said, for me, I want to try to help people. I want to help people. That's what I want to do. If I can help people, I'm going to help people. But there can only be so much that you can help, you know? So, and if you start feeding people and you keep feeding them and feeding them, feed them, they're going to come back. They're going to come back. They're going to come back. They're going to bring more people, because, hey, these guys got food. You can't. You just can't. So, but a single drip of a cold water overnight will keep water from freezing. Yeah, and your sinks and stuff like that. Yep, absolutely. But we had a red tail hawk get one of our 19 chickens yesterday. That happens. That happens. My back porch is snapping. It's very cold out. Yeah, I was when I was out earlier. The water in the buckets, I could hear them kind of, moving. But yeah, that's always fun too. But anyway, I hope everybody's being safe. I really do. It's crazy out there weather-wise right now, and oh, the Senate passed it and the House is fighting it. Well, I heard that nine Republican senators went along with the Democrats on that spending bill for the Senate to get it to pass. So 17 in Catawba, North Carolina. That's chilly for there. That's very chilly for there. 39 in Florida right now, going down to 24 overnight. Awesome. I hope you guys enjoy that. That's cold for Florida. That is very, very cold for Florida. EV3 Dale, 4 degree, -4 here with a wind chill of -35. You got me on the wind chill, EVD threat. Yep. I heard it all passed awaiting Joe's signature, Kit Carson saying. Carlson. Yeah, I don't know. I know that it had gone to the Senate. Yeah, we're in exact. Billy couldn't know. I like that. This 1.7 trillion. Where's it coming from? Exactly. Yeah. What are we borrowing more money again? There's the House has not passed it yet. JJ said okay. Um, again, why? It's just keep printing more, 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 more. You devalue the dollar. It's again. There's going to be a breaking point. If you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure that out. You can't keep printing money backed by nothing. Again, let's talk about that, guys. Backed by nothing. 54 billion is being sent to the Ukraine. Why? Exactly. Why are we not taking those billions of dollars and putting it into our own country and helping our own country? You know, yeah, hyperinflation is coming. I don't disagree with that. That is why I think that it's very important, and I've said this before as well. Tangible goods. Put your money that you have now into tangible goods, things that are going to retain their value. Yep, just keep stacking it. Exactly. Yep. If you have food, uh, ways to do different things, enough gasoline, chainsaws and tools to do all those type of things. Well, it's not going to stop. There's definitely an agenda. Okay, there's definitely an agenda. And so we, the people, need to watch out for each other. And I've said that before as well. So again, because I am prepared and I've been doing this for a long time, I want to try to help if I can. Because there's a lot of good people out there, folks. There's a lot of good people. Not everybody is a lunatic on one side or the other. There's the lunatic fringe on the right, there's the lunatic fringe on the left, but I think there's a lot more common ground with the average person, and it's just maybe that's a pipe dream on my part, okay? But I think that we could find that common ground if we had to, and I think that yeah. So we're looking at what the coldest winter um, in decades is what they're saying. So yeah, or cold. I'm sorry, cold as Christmas. Sorry, cold as Christmas. I do not want to own nothing and be happy. How do we prevent this from happening? I, you know, I don't really think there's anything we can do to stop it from happening because they're going to make it happen. I believe no matter what, and it's going to be whatever excuses they come up with. Uh, the people in charge are going to do what they're going to do, and there's nothing we're going to be able to do to stop that. The only thing that we can do is prepare the best that we can, and when that shoe drops and the majority of people are standing in that bread line and the majority of people are looking for that government to save the day, you're not going to be in that position, and that's going to give you an advantage. And again, with gambling, when you go to the casino, right, the best odds in the casino for you as a gambler is blackjack. So, but what do people play? They play the slot machines. because they like it. They like it. It's shiny. This makes all kinds of noise and it's exciting and stuff like that. And people piss away tons of money. The casinos are set up for the house to be at the advantage, but blackjack is a one game where you have a fighting chance, if you will. But again, so if you're going to gamble, right, and that's all prepping is, we're gambling, we're gambling, but we're putting a favor in our house, not in their house. So I want you to think about in the last year, this year here, 2022, how everything has gotten so expensive, right? I've had a lot of people have said to me, they're like, I don't have the money to prep. I just don't. Trying to stay ahead of things, and uh, you know, with the price of gas, when gas hit $5 a gallon, when the grocery bills are astronomical, and all those things, and then trying to heat your homes with heating oil and whatever else, it's like the prices are ridiculous. And part of it, I believe, is being done on purpose because it's causing a great deal of stress for people. People are completely stressed out all the time, and you are basically just trying to keep your head above water. And I think that's what happens with a lot of people right now. But what do we got? 474 in the chat. We're at 195 on the thumbs up. If you have not shot a thumbs up yet, I'm going to ask you to please do so to show support for the channel. And I appreciate that and thank you ahead of time. Also, it makes a really big difference with the algorithms as well. So the more interaction that we have, the better it will be for the channel. So I appreciate it for that reason as well. And again, if you are not subscribed, I would ask you to please subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon to get all notifications as well. And thank you. But so anyway, going back to what I was saying, with making you put your money into just trying to survive, it doesn't leave a whole lot left to prep. And so that's why people are having a hard time prepping right now. And I get it. I do. I 100% get it. And it sucks. It's not fun, but just do the best you can. Even realistically, guys, if you were putting $5 a week, $5 a week towards prepping, we can all make $5 happen. Because if you can stop at McDonald's or you can stop at whatever and get your $5 latte, right? You can take $5 and do it for that. Ed, is there a Walmart near you? Relatively near. Relatively near. Okay. Not right around the corner, but I can get there. So, but yeah, it's just I could have bought many bags of rice for $2,200. Oh yeah, my gosh! Think about how much rice you can get with that. That's crazy. A lot of rice. But yeah, guys, just $5 a week. You can, before you know it, you would have a substantial amount of food. A substantial amount of food. There's always a way to hustle more money too. If you are willing to do it, you know, if you are willing to do it. I got $5 for tips daily at the restaurant that I work at as a dishwasher. There you go. Yeah, yeah. $5 is 5 cans of sardines, my favorite. Well, there you go. And like I said, it's no more 20-pound bags of rice at Walmart this week. Really? I used to always get mine at Sam's Club. That's where I used to get it. Joe said that's why I work part time at a gas station. Exactly. You get your retirement or whatever. You hustle a little bit on the side, make some money, and like I know Joe's using a lot of his money to buy lumber, so he can do his build. I know he wants to do a good sized build inside the barn. So that's how you do it. That's how you do it. Ed, does your Walmart make you go through the self serve line, or seniors have are having trouble with it. No, you're not. They have the self-serve lines, but you can also go to a regular teller as well. I'm gonna tell you what. I don't care how little amount of stuff that I have. I will go in the other line. I'm not going through self-service. I don't work at Walmart. I'm not saving Walmart money. And I know a lot of people do it because it's a convenience and it's easier for them. But what you're doing is you're taking away somebody's job by doing that. So the reality is none of us should be using the self-service lines. They do it. I know that they have them at, like in New York, they had them at Wegmans. They also have them at Tops, where you go through the self-service. So it was optional. But I'm not standing. And the worst part is, and then I only put a couple of cashiers on, which makes a lot of people want to go to the self-serve line because that way they can just get in and get out of there. But I'm not doing it. I am not doing it. So sorry, Ed. I refuse to stand 20 minutes in the checkout. Well, like I said, I don't work there, so I'm not doing it. So. And then when you're in, so here's the other part. So while you're in the self-service line, they're watching you like a hawk to make sure you're not stealing or not ringing something up. I mean, it's crazy. It's 260K without power in Maine. Be safe. Wow. Okay. Patriot Underground just said that. Yeah, it's a lot of folks. And I want you to think about that. 260,000 people without power, and that's customers. That's not the people. That's the customers. That's because they're going to give you those numbers. um, they're there to help invalidate alcohol. Yeah, you go ahead on believing that, Randy Romines. Yeah, they're there to help, all right. We were in line. Heather was getting some stuff one time, again, just as an example, just to give you an idea. um, we were in line, and Heather's like, I'm going through the self-service. She goes, I'm not doing it the other way. I'm like, whatever, you're buying it, so I don't care. So I'm just standing there. She's ringing her stuff up. The guy comes over and he goes, oh, you didn't ring that up. And she goes, what? He goes, you didn't ring that up. So tell me how they're not watching. And she didn't do it on purpose. It was nothing malicious on her part, but there was something that she had forgotten to ring up, and he was all over her like white on rice. So tell me how they're there to help. And if they're there to help, they should jump in a line and ring people. I got something on the screen. I think no, it's not. It's on the wall. What is that? I don't know. It looks like it's. I don't know. It looks like it's. If it's on the screen, I'll have to get it later. Let me just see something here. I don't know. It's weird. It looks like. And if I'm looking, hold on a second, guys. It's. I think it's a shadow on the wall. Maybe. I don't know. Oh, I know what it is. Okay, it's the envelope. That's what I'm seeing. You can't see the envelope front because it's white, and on the screen it looks like there's a smudge on my screen, but it's not. It's the. Hey, it was bothering me. I thought there was something on the screen, but uh, AC said, "Yeah, it's about the time to walk out." Oh, I hear you. Yeah, it's crazy. We have a few thousand people without power here in Austin yesterday. Well, like I said, I know that there's a lot of places, a lot of people are without power right now. It's the ghost of Steve. Yeah, right. Uh, well, like when I'm looking at this, I see all this, at the background. I can see all my background from the camera. So I thought that there was like a smudge on the screen. It's not. I know. I'm just. Oh my God, it's shiny. Look, I'm distracted. That's how it goes. We should get 2% off if we do a self checkout. Yeah. Well, again, it's another way for them to make more money. If they don't have to pay somebody to stand in there and ring you up, and anytime I go, those lines are full. People waiting to go to the self checkout because they will on purpose have only a couple people, ringing people up, and so those lines are insanely long. But like I said, I don't. It's a glare off my head. Yeah, okay. So yeah, Gail will only use the self checkouts. I hate it. Joe said, yeah, I like I said, I won't do it. I've had people say to me, we only got a couple of things. Why don't you go to the self checkout? And I always have the same answer. I don't work here. Sorry, don't work here. Yeah, I know they got the 80 man says 80K man said McDonald's says new stores have no front counters, only order on the app or the kiosk. Yeah, I hate that when I go there, and they're like, "Will you be using your mobile app today?" No, no, I will not. Yeah, if they have extra people to watch you, they have extra people to run the registers. Exactly. Well, who remembers Kmart? Kmart that is now pretty much gone, right? Is Kmart even in business anymore? So I lived in Greece, New York. All right, and you would go to Kmart, and that the one in Greece, New York, is long gone now. But it was a piece of garbage. They never had enough people on staff, and it was ridiculous. It was absolutely ridiculous. But that's and so the service was atrocious. There is a Kmart in Clinton, Oklahoma. Yeah, Kmart in Greece, New York was a client of mine, and you know what? It was in a good location. It was a good location. They just ran it poorly. They had people in there that didn't give a crap. Again, if you're going to run a business, if you can get your people invested in that business where they want to work there, they want the business to do well, right? The business is going to do well. Yeah, I liked Kmart too. I just didn't like every time I went to Kmart, you had, like one or two registers open, period. You got 15 registers up there. Get some people up there. So, I mean, I saw people standing in line, and again, and then the people that were on the register, they took their sweet time because they could care less. They didn't care. They didn't care how long you waited. So, oh, Blockbuster Video, God, I remember them too. Yeah, yep, yep. Montgomery Wards, yep. A lot of. Well, I remember going to Carol's back in the day. Carol's got bought out by Burger King, so I remember going to that as a kid. Because that we where I lived in Albion, New York, and we had Carol's was in Albion, New York, and you go down there and get your hamburger and all that stuff, and then, like I said, then they got bought out by Burger King, and where Carol's was in Albion, New York, is still to this day a Burger King. So Kmart in my store looked like a thrift store compared to Target and Walmart. Yeah, and that's poor management. Poor management. But it's just what are you going to do? I mean, it's and that's why do when you have a company like Walmart? I mean, let's how they run things. They go to these vendors and they say, if you want to sell your product at our store, you're selling it to us for this price. So those places are not making a ton of money, and that's why Walmart is able to sell things way cheaper than the mom and pop stores, and that's why the mom and pop stores all went out of business. You know, it's sad. It's sad. It's just how but you know, uh, just like Wegmans grocery chain, okay, Wegmans grocery store, and they're working their way south now. It is a well-run company. Uh, Very good. It's really good. I love going to Wegmans. I be 100% honest with you. Uh, Tops is overpriced in my opinion, and Wegmans was awesome. Always liked Wegmans. So, yep. So, all right, let's do this. Again, if you have not shot a thumbs up yet, I'm going to ask you to please do so to show support for the channel, and I thank you ahead of time. Again, it really does make a huge, huge difference with the algorithm, so I appreciate that as well. Uh, Also, if you are not subscribed to the channel, I would ask you to please subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon to get all notifications as well. So, all right, let's do egg count. So the egg count today, how many eggs, and yes or no for thick neck. So I will give you guys a moment to get your guesses up, and we will go from there. I'm trying to look and see if this. No, it's staying steady at 57 in here, even though I have it set for higher. It's just not going to get warmer. So I'll give you guys a moment to do that. Okay. The first person with the correct answer was Prepping Survival with 0 eggs today. And I said, I bet they don't lay today because it's cold up there. Yeah, I'm gonna actually heat up some tea afterwards. I just grabbing this for right now. I was actually thinking about having a hot chocolate, but so Prepping Survival is the winner. Congratulations, you've won absolutely nothing. Ed, will you use your buddy heater? I might, but like I said, once I'm done with this live stream and stuff, guys, I can climb back under the covers, and I will be nice and toasty warm. So, but yep. So Prepping Survival was right today with 1 or 0 eggs. I'm sorry, 0 eggs. No eggs today. I think it was one yesterday, is what we had. So, but yeah, it's getting colder up there. Uh, so waterbed. Oh my God, I dated a girl one time that had a waterbed. That's interesting. What was the show? I'm trying to remember the show. Oh my God. So they couldn't say certain things, so they said making whoopee. When you're making whoopee, and they would have the question, but if you're making whoopee in a waterbed, that's an interesting thing. I can tell you that right now. This little TMI, but it's definitely different. Hey, that's why we said whoopee. White Family Homestead, the Newlywed Game. Yes, the Newlywed. I love that. That was an awesome show. That was an awesome show. Oh my God. But yes, water beds are interesting. I'm not getting into the details. I'm just saying that it's interesting. Motion in the ocean. Yeah, yeah. Not a huge fan. Not a huge fan of water beds. So, but yeah, the Newlywed Game, that was awesome. What was Match Game with Gene Rayburn? I like that one too. That was always fun. He was another one. It was always the whoopee. So too funny. Thinking back on all those shows, Charles Nelson Riley sitting there just smoking away. Hollywood Squares, yeah, they were. That was fun too. Yep, yep. A lot of fun back then. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you have to go with the flow, Antonio. Yes, that's true. But yeah, there was well, and then you had oh, who's the God? I'm trying to think of the name of this show. Hold on a second. Top 10 answers on the board. Oh God, what was the name of that show? Steve Harvey does it now, and it used to be Family Feud. Yes, that was always a great one. Um, some of the answers they'd come up with, it was just like, really? But yeah, Family Feud was a lot of fun. Still is. Steve Harvey does a fantastic job with Family Feud now. But Gong Show, I remember the Gong Show. Yeah. Oh my God, that's too funny. Lots of fun. There was so many fun shows. There was the one show that you had to dress up in a costume, and if they called you, um, let's make a deal. Thank you very much. Yes, let's make a deal. Another one. So, but yeah, get the hook. Yeah, right. Oh my God, a lot of fun games back in the day, and it was fun entertainment. Yeah, the guy in the Gong Show was a CIA operative. Who would have guessed that, right? Yeah. The Price is Right. Yep. God, he was on that forever, ever. So yeah, I know and anybody under 30s watching this going, what? What show? $10,000 pyramid. Yes. Oh my God, that's too funny. Oh, the Benny Hill show. I love Benny Hill. He was hilarious. Well, now he's like, oh my God, he's so inappropriate. But Password, yep, that was another one. Oh my God, too funny. Yeah, just looking back, and I'm sorry, but you know what? I can honestly say, growing up in the late '70s, early '80s, yeah, Richard Dawson was amazing. Yes, yep. Growing up in the late '70s, early '80s, what a blast! God, it was just so much better than now. I mean, better technology now. I will absolutely admit that. Way better technology now, but just the whole political correctness. I mean, think about shows. Think about shows like Archie Bunker, Good Times. You had what was the other one I'm trying to think of? The Jeffersons. Those shows wouldn't fly now. They wouldn't be able to be on the air, you know, because it was just they just made fun of everybody. So yeah, Dawson would kiss every female. That's right. Think that would pass today? No, people would be all flipped out. Oh my God. Yeah, it's just but it was a different time. It really was a different time. And oh, I haven't had a TV in years, Ma Bear. I gave that up a long time ago. Just because the crap that's on there now is not anything that I want to watch. So, you know, nothing on there that I want to watch. So I just, yeah, I when I moved to my property in New York and moved off grid on my property in New York, that's when I gave up TV, and that's been what 9 years, 9 years I think now. I don't miss it. I don't miss it. It's all crap on there. Meathead is still a meathead. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Yep. Love that. Meathead. Why meathead? Because he's dead from the neck up. Oh my God. Yeah, Steinfeld. That was a good show too. Well, and here's what kills me. Okay, and here's what kills me. So you had Friends, right? Or you Beverly Hills 90210, right? Those shows. It was all white kids because in those neighborhoods it was all white kids, right? And they had talked to him after that show was over and done, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I wish I had made the show more diverse." They're full of crap. They're full of crap. It's just I get so sick and tired of the political correctness that we have to deal with constantly today. It's maddening. If you see a commercial now, you know, well, you better have your Asian character, you better have your black character, you got to have a white person in there, of course, and then which one of them is going to be gay? I mean, it's just like, come on, really? It's insanity. It's insanity. But Yeah, now it's all the opposite. You're right. Yeah, everything has got to be, this whole politically correct garbage. That's a good question. Somebody says, when was the last time you saw a white man and woman couple in a commercial? They always got a black dude with a white chick. Now, what? So here's my question. Okay, why not have a black chick with a white guy? Why not that? You don't see that, right? Yeah, it's crazy. And listen, love who you want to love. You guys know where I stand on that. I don't care who you are, I don't care what color you are, but I don't need crap pushed in my face constantly. Constantly, you know? I don't know. I just, I don't know, like I said, I could get on that soapbox and you don't want me to get on that soapbox how I feel about that crap. I just get so sick and tired. And you know when it started? I'll be honest with you. You know when it started? Mel Gibson and Danny Glover in that movie, right? Remember that movie? I don't even remember what the name of that movie was. And what they did is they paired a white star actor and a black star actor together and had them be buddies and best friends. Lethal Weapon, yes, that's when it started. That's when it started. And then all of a sudden, you know, it just it all snowballed from there. But hey, whatever. Like I said, it don't affect me. I'm gonna like who I like no matter what. And if you're cool with me, I'm gonna be cool with you. And I don't care who you are, where you come from, what your background is. So let's think about this. Let's think about how this is okay, right? If you are Jewish, heaven forbid that you go out and you marry somebody that's not Jewish. Oh my God, that's like the worst thing you could do to your family if you're Jewish, right? Going out and marrying somebody that's not a Jew and doing that, it's a horrible. They hate that. Same thing with Chinese or Japanese. If you're going to go out there and marry outside your culture or race, they don't like that. They don't like that at all. That's a horrible, horrible thing. So, is that not racist? Tell me that's not racist. If I don't know what is if that's not it, you know. But that's just two examples, guys. I mean, I could go on and on and on with that, but yeah, I don't know. Uh, what happened to me? I married a Jew. I had hell. Oh, Rose, that what happened? Yeah, yeah, because you weren't accepted probably because you wouldn't convert or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't get it. That's only the Orthodox Jews. You go ahead and keep believing that's the way that is, because it's not just the Orthodox Jews. No, they do not like it. They do not like it. They want their son or their daughter to get a good Jewish girl or a good Jewish boy. That's what they want. And tell me that's not racist. So, like I said, I mean, not that I care because I don't care. Marry who you, like I said, marry who you want to. Are you kidding me? If I'd have had it my way, that girl that I was with when I was in North Carolina, I would have married her. I would have had kids with her. I wouldn't have cared. She was awesome, you know, but she couldn't deal with the way um, that people treated us because she was black and I was white, and I didn't care because I can be an a hole a little bit sometimes. So, but yeah, I don't know. Like I said, the whole world is nuts. Its whole world is nuts. But anyway, no, like I said, you don't want me to get up on that soapbox because then I'm gonna go nuts. Uh, I'm fine not being married unless Ed asks anyway. Well, thank you, Ed. That's awesome. I appreciate that. I can tell you this. I can honestly say, well, and I shouldn't say never. I shouldn't say never because it would take. Let's put it like this: it would take somebody extremely special for me to consider ever getting married again. I've done it twice. I would be in a committed relationship with with a nice young lady. I would do that, no problem. But I don't know about the whole getting married thing again. It's just I don't like giving away half my crap. You know, it's not fun. As Sam Kinison would say, yeah, he loved marriage. He loved giving away half his crap every 3 years. So yeah, those of you who remember Sam Kinison. But yeah, you know what? I can be happy being in a monogamous relationship with somebody. I have no problem with that. But I just, I don't know. It's like the longer I'm single, the longer I kind of go, you know. But yeah, Ed's looking for Ed with long hair and boobs. I don't know about that. You know what? Somebody that can stimulate me mentally as well as physically. How hard is that, right? Ed, you almost did recently. That wasn't not about getting married. It was not about getting married. But Elizabeth Taylor loved marriage. Yes, she did it 8 times, and one guy twice. Richard Burton, I believe she married Richard Burton twice. If it didn't work out the first time, why would you ever go back and do it again? Why would you ever go back and do it again? Find myself a nice sugar mom. I would not. You see, there's a thing. Like I know some people that's their thing. Find somebody to take care of them, and I would never do that. If I'm not in it for the right reasons, I'm not going to do it. And I would never marry somebody just because they had money. I don't care about that. All right, we're trying to find my list. There we are. All right, it is time. We're past due to do shout outs. Um, I'm a catch, but not for marriage. There you go. So, all right. So let's do some shout outs. We have Icky Can up in Canada. JJ's going to throw that link up there for him. He's a good dude. I would ask you to please go up and support his channel. You have Angry Prepper down in New York City with Jason. Jason is a squared away dude. I love Jason. So definitely go and show him some support as well. You have Alaska Prepper with Rudy, another really down to earth guy, good guy. So definitely check him out as well. You have Alaska Granny. There is Sean James with the Sean James channel and My Self Reliance, two different channels, same guy. Really, really good, you know, um, excuse me. Uh, Love watching what he does up there. Amazing builder. You have North Shore Preparedness. There is Corporal's Corner, Bjorn Hansen. You have 80K Man up in the Adirondacks. There is Bizarrizza Jizza, who is down, also in New York, doing the Carrington Chronicles series. Really good series. Let's see. You have Marfugal News with Adam and Dax out on the West Coast. So definitely, check them out as well. Now I got to figure out where I am. Magic Prepper in North Dakota. You have Wrangle Star, and that's Cody, another good channel there. Red Poppy Ranch. There's Survival Lily. You have Kyle's Cabin up in Minnesota. Nice young man. Him and Sierra doing their thing up there. You have Bush Radical, Girl in the Woods, husband wife team, two different channels. Really good information with their channels as well. You also have Green Greg's. There's Southern Prepper 1, Gray Man Prepping, St. Bernard Acres with Joe. You have Doug and Stacy, another really good channel. A lot of good information on their channel as well. The Nomadic Movement, which is down in Panama, and like right now they're up in Connecticut, opening up a coffee business. You have the Green Dream Project, which is out in Arizona. They're doing their thing out there. Really cool to watch them as well. Camping with Steve Wallace doing stealth camping. A lot of fun to watch him. Bush Doctor Survival. You have Monkey Works. There is the Needy Homesteader. Another really good channel. A lot of good information on her channel as well. You have Boss of the Swamp. He's been around a long time. A lot of good stuff with him as well. You have Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project. Love Diamond, very, very smart. Go listen to him. He's going to educate you. You have Patera with the Appalachian Homestead. There is City Prepper, Lumina Acres. You have Suspicious Observer, Bear Independent, The Uneducated Economist. There is Bushcraft Bear in the Canary Islands of La Palma, another good channel. You have Mary Greeley News. Love Mary Greeley as well. A lot of good information with her channel. So definitely go and check her out. With Yellowstone, all the earthquakes, everything that's going on there. Let's see. We have Adapt 2030. There is Malachi's Corner. You have Ice Age Farmer. There is Ryan Hall Y'all. If you're going to get your weather, you should get your weather from Ryan Hall Y'all. Really, really good guy. You have Russell Brand. I like Russell Brand because Russell Brand makes you think. And I think that is a good thing as well. Gives you the information and lets you decide what you want to do with it. So there's Deep South Homestead. You have The Outsider. There is the Fit Farmer. There is Prep Rebel. You have Simple Life Reclaimed. There is Townsend's. The Prepared Mind out in California. You have Pinball Preparedness down in Tennessee. East Tennessee Preparedness. The Economic Ninja. And Little House Off Gritty, who is also down in Tennessee. A lot of good channels, a lot of good information. Again, I think we should, check out other channels, look at other people's perspective. Other people look at things differently, and that's not a bad thing. So definitely go and check those folks out. Excuse me. So what is this thing doing? Still, the heat's been on the entire time, and the temperature has not changed. It's still at 57 in here, so it's not exactly warm. So not. I was talking to my daughter earlier. I said, if I get too cold, I'll just go sit in the truck and turn the heat on in the truck. I don't care. Have Hella jump in the back seat, and we'll just sit in the truck and stay warm. So if I had to, I'd go to sleep in there. I don't care. But yeah, it's just not a fun time right now, weather-wise, temperature-wise. But like I said, it's one day of this worst case type of weather, and then tomorrow's going to be better, and the next day is going to be better after that. I did not get the skirting done. I did not. And yes, I am sick, Hope. And that's why I didn't get the skirting done. I haven't felt well. So, and the cold is not really helping a whole lot. So, but yeah, what are you going to do? I mean, there's not much you can do. You just got to deal with it. So we'll get through this, and but when I feel better, and we're supposed to warm up. So hopefully the game plan is it warms up. I'll feel better. I'll get the skirting done before the real cold hits in. And this cold is an anomaly. This is not the normal cold from what I'm understanding down here. All right, they don't get it this bad. So, but yeah, I will get to. I promise you, it is very high on my list to do. Is to get this camper skirted, because it will definitely save me. It's not gonna. I won't burn as much propane because of it. So I could use my buddy heater. Yes, I could definitely use my buddy heater uh, to supplement the heat. But go to a motel. Yeah, it's like cheating though. Like I said, worst case, if I have to, I'll go sit in the truck for a while. I mean, it's not a big deal. I can be real warm real fast in the truck. But yeah, And again, if this was going to be like a week long thing, that might be a little bit different. Right. Yeah, it'll pass. Yeah, we'll get through it. But go to the canvas tent. Yeah. Well, when as soon as Sandra brings her wood stove down here in the canvas tent, that would be an option. That would be an option. But she's got to bring the wood stove down here first. So yeah, buddy heaters are great, but create moisture. Yep, exactly. Like I said, it's just this is one day, so we'll get it's going to warm right up to like zero before we know it. Actually, I'll tell you where we're at now. We'll take a look now real quick, and we'll see what the temperature is. Because at 8 o'clock it was -4, so let's see what it's doing now. Oh, now it's -5. With a wind chill, it now feels like -26. So it's actually gotten colder. So yeah, that's awesome. So 57 or -5. I'll take the 57. So, but all right. Uh, yeah, and again, it's going to be back warmer. It'll warm back up. We just got to get through this little stretch, and after I do this live stream, I can climb back into bed and cocoon under my covers, and I'll be just fine. So, all right. So let's do this because we're at that time. We are Legion because we are many. We are all over the country. We're all over the world. Where is everybody from tonight? So let's see where everybody is from. We have Franklin County, Ohio, Nowhere, Oklahoma with Okie Forge. We have Arkansas in the house, New Mexico, Waterloo, New York with Sharon, Inverness, Florida with Clyde in the house, Lake East, Ohio, BC, Canada with Janet, West Virginia, North Carolina, Edgewater, Florida. We have New Zealand in the house. Glad to have you here. Delaware, Chicago, Morgan County, Ohio with John, Bumstead, Florida with Frederick, Black Mountain, North Carolina, Fort Worth, Texas, Greenlee County, Arizona, Memphis, Tennessee, Michigan with Hope in the house, Central Iowa, Indiana's in the house, St. Louis, Missouri, East Central Illinois, the Adirondacks, uh, Catstarch, Kentucky, Union City, Pennsylvania, Troutman, North Carolina with Troy, Upstate New York with Susan. We have Northern Michigan with Jason in the house. Heat wave in Syracuse, New York at 4 degrees. Awesome, Ginger. I'm glad you're enjoying that. It's actually warmer there. Frozen, Illinois, Wisconsin border with Lynn. Uh, we have Wyoming in the house with Mary. Vancouver Island with John. But let's see. We have hold on a second, guys. We have Auburn, California. Merry Christmas to you too. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yes, I will be live streaming on Sunday, Lady Kickboxer. Yep, I will live stream on Sunday. Appreciate you, Ed. Happy holidays. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I hope everybody has a great holiday season. I always say Merry Christmas because that's, I'm old school. So I hope everybody, if you celebrate Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever your flavor is, folks, good for you. But I always say Merry Christmas. But whatever you celebrate, I'm happy for you as long as you are surrounded by people that you care about and love. I think that is important. But yeah, so whenever anybody says to me in the stores and they say Happy Holidays because they're forced to, I always say Merry Christmas. And 9 times out of 10, they'll go, Merry Christmas to you too. They go, we're not allowed to say it, but if you say it first, then we can. I mean, how stupid is that? Why wouldn't you be able to say that? Again, the political correctness of today. Well, guess what? I will never apologize for saying Merry Christmas. And if I say Merry Christmas to somebody and they go, well, I'm Jewish, I would just say to them, well, Happy Hanukkah then. That's all, you know? Big deal. I mean, it's really simple, but oh, let's all get our panties twisted up and be offended. But yeah, it's we live in a way interesting world, and I will never. I like I said, I am not politically correct. I will never be politically correct. I say it like it is, and I always have. Hey, Troy, thank you very much for the donation. I do appreciate that. So thank you very much. But yeah, folks, I mean, again, and I know I say this in every stream, but I will say this again: continue to prep, continue to get ready. You know, it is it's imperative that we continue to stack, get things loaded up, get ready. When that time comes, again, when something happens, and it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, you're going to have what you have. And that's all you're going to have. There's no more going to the store after that. There's no more for that last minute run and, oh, I was going to get this. You better get it now while you can. And I think that is, it's important that we realize that and we continue to do what we need to do. So, all right. Well, anyway, I want to thank my moderators who do an absolutely fantastic job. And ladies and gentlemen that moderate for me, I appreciate you. It means a lot to me that you're here for all these streams and doing what we do. Being here and keeping the chat clean and keeping the porn bots out and keeping the idiots out. Also, I want to thank all you guys for being here because without you guys here, I wouldn't be here either. So I really do truly appreciate all the support of everybody that comes in and hangs out with us for that hour and 20 minutes to have our chats. That's really cool. It's a lot of fun, and I do enjoy it. Also, guys, listen. Remember, we really truly are all in this together. If we could ever really get down to the brass tacks of it and realize that we need to work together, there would be no stopping us what we could accomplish. There's no reason that people are going hungry. That should not be happening. If we came together as human beings and said, hey, let's work together to make this a better planet and not listen to the, warmongers and big business that just wants to get rich off of us, we would be in way better shape. So, but the tools that are what are used, right? Race, religion, political affiliation, the vax and the unvax. And that's just four examples of what they do to keep us fighting amongst each other, you know? And look at the political correctness crap. If you don't go along with what they say, you know, then you get canceled, and heaven forbid that, you don't use the right pronouns that somebody decides they want to be called. It's ridiculous, you know and a lot of that is just like pay attention to me crap. That's all that comes down to. But anyway, also remember, guys, hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life, so it's really important that we tell the people that we care about every day how we feel. Last but not least, STD, step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. If you are setting realistic goals and then set about to making them happen, the only person that is going to stop you from achieving those goals is going to be you. That's it, nobody else. If you stay positive, you stay away from negativity, you stay away from negative people, you can accomplish anything. Do something every day to accomplish your goal. And before you know it, that goal is done. And then you'll move on to the next goal. So, just work at it methodically. It's simple. It really, really is. And more people need to do it. So, all right, guys, be safe. Again, if you are traveling, please be very cautious. This kind of weather, we're going to hear stories how people froze to death in their cars. That they went out in this weather and they got in an accident and now they're dead. Sad, unnecessarily so. Please be careful. That's I want to encourage you to do that. All right, what are we at? 347. We got to get three more. We need three more to get to 350. Go do 350, guys. If you haven't shot that thumbs up yet, let's get that past 350. And I appreciate that ahead of time. Again, it really does make a huge difference with the algorithms. So it's part of the game. I just like to see how we can do with that as well. And also, if you're not subscribed again, please subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the bell icon to get all notifications. So you guys, we blew through it. 3:53. Cool. All right. I will see you guys all later. Have a very Merry Christmas. Please be safe. Go Cowboys tomorrow. They're not playing the way they should be playing, but I'm still gonna root for them because I don't care. So anyway, be safe. I will see you guys all tomorrow. Have a good night. Prepper Nurse One out for now.